Hey, this is So Scared, and welcome to another replay, a custom game shared by V Christian. It's a 2 versus 2 on a map that I do not know very well. And let's get to the action.
Battle control initialized.
Okay, so in the middle here, you have oil derricks and a hospital for each side. The map is split diagonally, and there's also 2 oil derricks in the back of the teams. So Raymundo playing as Soviet together with his teammate weeeee playing as Allied. They are going to go up front immediately, and ooh, that's difficult to read. It's his name is Red, playing as Soviet, the Soviet Red, together with the Red Christian V playing as Allied. So I guess they are going to contend for this area immediately, and as you can see, they are both getting out troops to try to establish themselves. So well, this sort of map is the type of map that will get you a game where you build a lot of defenses and such, and most likely will, I don't know, it's going to be a strong standoff. Both teams have a lot of ore all around their own side. There's nothing to contest for, with the exception of these oil derricks. So it's going to be interesting to see how they, what kind of strategy they will go for. I would guess they will have some air units, but it's so easy to just put out a couple of air defense structures, so I don't think that's going to be a big part of the end game. So I would say perhaps a sort of base building race, and defensive structures race in the middle. Raymundo, yeah, it's actually starting his first oil derrick capture on the opponent's side. V Christian is going to start with the war factory first to get his oil trucks. Nope, well, he's going to have a scouting rangers first, seeing that his opponent is building infantry, and together with Red, it's going to completely take control of this area. But soon enough, you're going to see defensive structures here, which will secure each side and get them their own oil derricks. Unless this gets destroyed, but with infantry alone, that should not... Well, they should not destroy their own. Anyways. Oh! I actually managed to take over the oil derrick before being assassinated by a small squad. Ah, yes, that is true. Also, Raymundo is signaling his teammate to take his own oil derrick. Both Christian and Red has taken their own oil derricks. So, yes, I'm curious to see how this game is going to go. This game was posted by Christian V on the forums, so thank you a lot, Christian. But normally these sort of games tend to be a little slow. After you get up your defensive structures, there are no real motivation to attack your opponent, since the defender's advantage is very strong on OpenRA. So I would guess you're going to see different types of strategy coming out of each player that will open up some fronts. Of course, you can build some sort of naval attack to all the sides, and of course you have the chronospear, which can do some strategic forward attacks in the late game. But at the initial stage of the game, there is not much to tell, except that we going for a service depot. We'll probably get a MCV out to expand back. Raymundo getting his early radar dome. Yep, he's going to focus on tech. Most likely he will get a early nuke, perhaps, or a iron curtain. So you can see here, okay, so I did not see the radar dome of Christian. He's going to get a early hind, and that's mostly for spotting his opponent. Ooh, here's Hellmarch music coming on. And the attack is commencing. So mostly it's going to be like this. Both team is building up artillery and doing some small scale attacks, but neither player is going to be able to advance too far into the other. Heinz is coming up front, and they are going to have a big advantage with no competition. If only they had some artillery to back up this attack though, they could do a lot of initial damage. Is the music too loud? I can't tell. I'm just going to continue with these sound levels and see how it goes. Okay, lots of artillery coming up for Christian. It's going to be able to do a lot of damage on the opponent. Weeee is not building his own artillery. He's built a light tank, but that's not going to do anything. Unless he can go around and actually do some hits on his artillery. But no, he's just going to go past and hopefully scout. Well, he is actually going to take out 2 artillery, that's good. And do a little bit scouting, but I didn't expect him to do damage like that. Other than that, the standoff has commenced. The only thing we have to see is an anti-air defense from Weeee, and we will have a lockdown on the middle. Nothing's going to happen. I think in this situation I would try to focus down the opponent's oil lyrics as soon as possible. Yes, just like Weeee is doing now, because once they are gone, they are gone for the remainder of the game, and they will put you ahead that way. Even if you could sacrifice something to just take out, like in the early game, if Raymundo could just focus down and destroy 1 or 2 oil derricks instead of capturing it, that would be a significant advantage too. Okay, so here comes a transport vehicle. Well, it did not have any. It didn't have any soldiers in them, so I'm not sure what the idea was. I assume they wanted to go around and do something. Okay, so Weeee is signaling Raymundo up here. I guess he means he's going to move his ore refinery closer to the ore patch, because it's not a good ore refinery if it's that far away. But it does have a ore refinery close to his backward, his back ore patch. So yes, okay, so well, I did expect Raymundo to have the first nuclear bomb, but it is actually Christian who built the A-bomb first. So if he can keep his tech tree alive, they will be ahead. They will be ahead. Okay, so Red is building up a significant heavy tank force, which has now been spotted by I gotta remember the names. Weeee medium tank. He should have spotted this this fleet. And now Raymundo is going to move ahead and probably take out the artillery of of Christian. This is a great strategy. This Iron Curtain is going to last a few more seconds, but it might be enough to chase down the artillery. Does he see them moving away? Yes, he does see them moving away, but now he stopped chasing them for some reason. This is really silly, because now he has the perfect opportunity to take every artillery. Okay, so now he's going to... Okay, so he's going to get them anyway. That's good, that's good. Okay, so every artillery has been taken from Raymundo, and I believe that is just to delay any further damage to their side, while they are... what are their plans here? What do they plan to do? Infantry building up, that's not going to do anything, I guess. Yep, I guess with all the artillery removed, they can just forward their Tesla coils almost without any resistance, because as allied you do not have the powerful Tesla coil, of course, but you have the artillery, and you are dependent on your artillery numbers to counter the Tesla coils. So that's did not think of that immediately, but that's a good strategy. If they could follow up with a infantry attack together with this Tesla coil, and with the artillery numbers severely reduced, they could actually push in here. of course, Red have another army here. It's going to push to the right, but the tanks are going the wrong direction. That's bad pathfinding by the computer, unfortunately, and he's going to lose, too much of his heavy tank army. Oh, that's bad. This is bad. This attack is going to be, stopped for sure at some point, but it's going to be able to take down the Tesla coils. But now we're going to fight pillboxes, and it's still, even if they can get through here, there's still a large army here to stop this. So that's really bad by Red, unfortunately. I guess he wanted to attack this way, but even then there are some forces here. So this is it's going to take out all the Hinds with the Iron Curtain flags. That's really well done. And now they're going to do a counter-attack, and this might do some damage, but of course this is going to be stopped as well eventually. So this is the problem with these types of map. You want to, you really want to do some damage to your opponent, but what are your options really? You have to go to some type of sneak attack. For the time being, there are no GPS satellite for either player, so another smart strategy would be to either get a naval base through here and do a surprise attack to do a lot of damage here. Like on both sides, the tech is very vulnerable. You can't do any sort of transport helicopter run. Well, you could on this side. There's no anti-air here. Excuse me. Another strategy, you can of course get a early chronospear and destroy your opponent's tech, like A-bomb and Iron Curtain. But at the time being, we have a standoff. Okay. So what do they think about doing now? Well, we have an A-bomb up for Raymundo. And we are basically waiting for the A-bomb of Christian to see where that is placed, and to see if he can get enough advantage out of that initial A-bomb to win the game, basically. Good Iron Curtain on the defensive structures. We'll waste the ammo of the artillery. But yes, this will be a tech race, as expected. I don't see any other plans for each player to circumvent the standoff. Got a good fleet of MiGs up for Red, if he can get it around his opponent, but it does not seem like he could. He could go around here and maybe look for some targets. We could be able to take out the A-bomb if he would take the time to focus his MiGs around the edges. But for the time being, they are focusing on the front. 3 minutes to the A-bomb, and 1 minute until the left side is getting their GPS satellite. And that will be, of course, very advantageous to be able to focus fire either like clumped up infantry, and of course being able to fire your artillery to structures even though you cannot see them on the map. So I would suspect the left side is going to come in with a tremendous advantage. Also, as this standoff is stabilizing, the left side also have the bigger numbers of artillery. I forgot to mention earlier, there are 1 Allied and 1 Soviet for each team, and it's only Christian and weeeee, which can build artillery. So that will make the left side more or less advantageous on the advance throughout the game. Yes. Okay, so you have these flak troopers, flak trucks going in and trying to do some damage with their Iron Curtain ability, but there's nothing here for them to catch anymore. And it's a good strategy to take down, as you saw, the Hinds here, but of course you can go in and destroy artillery quickly, and then you can move out. You can do all that by the time the Iron Curtain is activated. Okay, so the left side has actually destroyed the defensive structures here for the right side, while the right side's forces are actually more or less non-existent. So that will make this troublesome. We are going to see possibly this game end before the first nuke. Well, it's just 1 minute, but the game might be decided before that, and the nuke's just going to be a sort of oh, what's this? Oh, okay, they have a small attack from the back, but the nuke's going to sort of be the nail in the coffin for the right side, I guess. They don't really need the nuke anymore, since they have actually broken through here in the middle. Alright, so okay, so if you are the left side, where would you want to put the nuke? Well, you don't really need to put it in the front, because you already have a front which is being very costly for the right side to keep up. So I guess you would just want to immobilize your opponent's nukes, and they're both in together. I'm not completely sure on this, but if you put a nuke in the middle right here, it will possibly destroy both nukes. So I guess I would put the nuke maybe right here to ensure that this nuke is destroyed, and this nuke is of course the latest. Let's see how this nuke will perform, and it will be actually up here, which will take out the power plants, not destroy the construction yard, but possibly destroy the war factory. So I guess they want to, if they can move in with the hind and the MiGs. Oh, a good, very good Iron Curtain, but I don't think the nuke silo would be destroyed in that attack. But the MiGs now, where are the MiGs? There they are. Now, without power, they can actually go in there and do some damage. Also with a lot of hinds that Christian got. Even so, I would think the right side, without any significant force, will be forced to surrender at any moment. They are going to lose a lot of the critical tech here on the left side with the tech center of weeeee, and he will not be able to get his GPS satellite even. They're still doing some resistance though, so I would guess they want to play to the last man standing. Oh, here comes the MiGs, and without the proper air defense, going to take out the construction yard and possibly some other tech. Oh, there's actually a SEM site, so they're going to have to remain on the left side. But yes, they're going to take out every significant structure here. So this heavy force, ooh, this looks good. That many hinds will destroy anything, anything of significance. You can say a troop, what do you call them, airborne troops in the middle of the fight, but they're not going to do anything, unfortunately. And weeeee is defeated. All his structures has been lost, but not surrendered. Well played, GG, says Raymundo, and that marks the end of this game. Well, it was a good showing on how a standoff like this would happen. I'm really happy that the left side broken through before the nuclear bomb, which means that if you want to learn a little bit more about how you want to engage the front of such like standoff games, you could take this game and learn from it. Okay, so we have disconnected his teammate, and even though Raymundo declared GG, he did not surrender. So I assume he wanted to play until he has lost all his buildings. But I'm going to declare the game ended, and a good game, well played by both sides actually. Did not mention it, but of course we have an experienced player here. Christian here is a long-time player for the OpenRA. Red, I have seen him before, I guess. Raymundo as well, and weeeee, which did disconnect, also a experienced player. So thank you for watching. I will try to get up some new videos shortly. I'll see you later.